Hello everybody, this is a Lamley preview and showcase all meshed into one. You can see the showcase right here. The preview is over to the side. We're going to get to that in just a second. But what are you looking at? Well, this is the showcase side of it. You are looking at a whole bunch of Hot Wheels, but if you can see what they all hold in common is one thing. They are all somehow, some way decorated with the GReddy logo. Some of them are in full GReddy deco. Others, we have to kind of look around, and if you look and there it is, right there in the front, the GReddy logo. GReddy is a Japanese aftermarket parts company. Hopefully you're familiar with them. If you're not, you've seen the logo if you're a Hot Wheels collector. They were founded in Japan about, I think, 1977. They've been around a long time. And GReddy has a whole division. I think it's part of the Trust Company. And then there's the GReddy division based in Irvine. And the managing partner and president over there is Kenji Sumino. Now, Kenji, I think, is the one who did all the licensing. It's a great logo. It's a great company. And it fits on Hot Wheels cars, from drift cars to everything else. And we've seen a whole lot of GReddy, especially with this influx of Japanese cars that we have seen over the last few years. If you start looking, you'll see GReddy everywhere on Hot Wheels. And I just put out a few of them, a good chunk of them. And I also got in touch with Kenji and asked him what some of his favorites were. And we're going to get to that in just a second. One of the reasons I got in touch with Kenji was this model, the Hot Wheels Selections Custom 72 Datsun 240Z. This is the model I've wanted to showcase, but I just haven't for a while. It's been out for a couple of months. Those of you that were RLC members last year, you probably bought one or 10 or 2 or whatever, and it came out, and it is absolutely stunning, and I have not opened it, and I'm going to do it here in a second. But one of the things that's the highlight of this model is that it has a GReddy engine inside. This is an opening parts. We've seen this casting before, but the opening hood is new to the Selections model. That's the showcase. We'll get to Kenji's favorite. The other reason I got to talk to him is because this is coming out. It's the same Custom 72 Datsun 240Z casting in a new Chameleon Spectra Flame color. I cannot wait to open this one up. Kenji and I were talking, and he said, well, why don't I send one out to you? He has his preview models that were sent to him, and he sent this to me to showcase for you, along with some of his GReddy favorites. Cool showcase, right? With the little preview inside. So yeah, this one came from Kenji. I don't know exactly when this one is going to go on sale. I've talked to the Hot Wheels guys, I think sometime in the summer, but I don't have a specific date. I'll let you guys know. Some of you might think it's crazy that I'm going to open this one, but that's why Kenji sent it to me, so I got to open it. We don't know how many are being produced. You can see this is his sample, but that's what we're going to do. Let's just get to it. I asked him. He said, oh, there's so many, and I love them. And if you look, there's some things that I remembered. For example, the entire Japan Historics 2 line has the GReddy logo on them. All of them are pretty clean, but if you look closely, you can see the GReddy logo on every one of these models, as you can see. Then I thought, oh, they're on Super Treasure Hunts. For example, the Supra, that was in a drift theme a few years ago. There's the GReddy logo. If you look at the A86, also in a drift theme, this is one of the models that Kenji cited as one of his favorites. You can see, of course, there was the Team Transport in the first batch, the whole GReddy truck, and Nissan Laurel. And then I've signed with Japan. In the first Japan Historics, there are a couple of models. Datsun 510 wagon. There it is. It is everywhere. But I said, Kenji, which ones are your favorites? Well, he said, well, the ones that you're going to showcase are way, way up there because they have the GReddy engine right inside. And they are based on what he considers his favorite GReddy model. And if you're looking, there's 3 versions of it. It is this one. This is the Fugu Z he developed with Sun Kang. Sun still owns the car. A few years ago, it was showcased at SEMA, showcased all over the place. There were so many write-ups on it, and Hot Wheels did a replica of it. This is the first version, the basic version. In plain white, you can see it has aftermarket parts on it. It's a custom 240Z, as you know. GReddy helped develop it, and there is the GReddy name there on the back. Everything else, just plain white. It's beautiful. It was recolored in orange. That's not the obviously the right color, but it was recolored in orange. And then we saw it in Car Culture. This is my favorite version of the actual Fugu Z replica because this one is premium. metal base, and then sits on the 4-spoke reel riders. It's an absolutely beautiful model. And he said because of the project, because of everything that went into it, it is his favorite Hot Wheels GReddy model. And then that incorporates into, because this is the same casting. It's not in the Fugu Z version, right? In plain white, but it is this casting now enhanced with an opening hood and engine, and we will do that to finish off the video. What are other models that he said? Well, he also said he was a really big fan of the Porsche. This is the Porsche 962. 24-hour Le Mans, they've had their hand in that. This is a replica of that and kind of a based on that GReddy deco. He loved that one. That's the only non-Japanese I think I have here. I don't know if it's the only non-Japanese GReddy model there's out there. There might be others. I'm not entirely sure. He said this was up there as one of his all-time favorites is the Porsche 962. And then, of course, you've seen it this year, released as a basic and as a Super Treasure Hunt. I have the Super Treasure Hunt version here. This is his actual car. Honda Civic EF Civic. Plain pearl white. And sitting with the GReddy logo on the side. He has done all kinds of enhancements. Go to YouTube. You'll see all kinds of write-ups on this car. It is super, super cool. Super, super cool. The Hot Wheels did it. And this is his actual car. I don't know if it's his daily, but it's one he drives a lot. Those are his favorites. Those are the ones that he cited. When I asked, what are your favorites? But you know what? I think it's all going to be superseded by these two. Let's go ahead and open this one up first. A lot of you, I mean, those of you who bought it, you already have it. If you were going to open it, hopefully you already have. If you want to keep them carded, well, maybe you open just one if you bought more than one, because I have just been so excited to open this one up. Selections model. Like I said, the Gasser, it was the 2019 Selections model. They sold it. I think the window is still open right now. Well, I don't know about the time when we show this video, but it was open for a week. People can order as many as they want. Based on how many, they'll make them. So that one's coming out in a year, but this is last year's. You can see all of the information there. Freeze the screen if you want to read it. They made 20,000 of them. This is number 17,000 something something. Let's open this thing up. Okay, the first thing you notice, the Spectraflame Blue is gorgeous. You can see they've done matte black trim, a carbon fiber hood, and then just, oh my goodness, look at this. The interior there's a two-tone interior. The roll cages are a different color. You have the GReddy logo on the back, and then of course, the GReddy engine. That is unbelievably cool. Look at all the details in there. GReddy's known for their turbo boosters. That is unbelievable details. The hood obviously opens and closes. That is a stunner. Oh, I'm so glad I finally have it open. All right, we're going to put this, we'll move these back over here and put this next to its Fugu Z counterpart. All right, now the preview portion of it. Same exact casting. I am imagining they were already working on developing this one well before the selection. Maybe not, I don't know. But they wanted to do this one. Maybe they had developed the opening hood portion of it for this casting, and then the collectors voted to have it the selections model, so it's kind of like a bonus version. All right, let's look at the back of this. Like I said, I have no idea how many have been made. We'll find out when Hot Wheels announces it or puts it up for sale, which will be very soon. World-class sports car, super sweet with a high-powered straight 6 under its opening hood and a detailed roll cage. Fender flares barely contain the reel riders. It's also the debut of their newest paint style. Turn the car and observe how the color shifts from one spectacular hue to another. Well, you can do it this way. You can see some purples and some blues and some greens, but man, does this not have to be opened or what? You can see the art is reflecting the different color changes, but we got to open it up. Let's do it. It's blue. No, it's green. No, it's yellow. Wow. Okay, first impression is that color is incredible. The fender flares have been painted the same color, so it's not so they're not a separate color. The rear view mirrors have. Check out the interior. Look at the floor. Two-tone seats once again in red racing seats. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, on the license plate. Nothing that says GReddy on the outside, but open up that hood and there it is. That is awesome. We're just going to let this ride on the turntable because we want all the colors to come through. I have seen, what, yellow, green, blue, purple. You know what's so great is, like, I'm looking at the camera and I'm seeing one color. I'm looking at it in person and I'm seeing another color. That's incredible. Well, guys, there you go. That is a GReddy extravaganza. Many, many thanks to Kenji for not only sending this one to preview for you guys, but also sharing his thoughts on the GReddy name being all over Hot Wheels and sharing his thoughts on some of his favorites. GReddy's a fun one to collect. I've collected Moon Eyes and some of the Advans, a real fun one to collect. GReddy definitely is as well. Not only is it a big name now, but it's historically got a big presence and a big influence in all the cars that we love. There you go, guys. This will be available soon. This one already is. You have to go to eBay for that one, but they are out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sure enjoyed doing it. Thanks, Kenji. Bye.